Mario and Luigi. It is certainly one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Mario RPG series. Remember the trend with Luigi doing nothing? Well, for the 20th anniversary of this incredible game series, I chose Partners in Time, because many others have already made a video of Luigi doing nothing in Superstar Saga. So, that is why I will be skipping that game. But anyways, grab your childhood self and jump into a random time hole in the middle of nowhere, because I will be answering today's question. Can you beat Mario and Luigi, Partners in Time, while Luigi and Baby Luigi are doing nothing? Let's find out. Hold on a minute. You need Luigi to beat the game, so no. Okay, that was a joke. But let's lay out the rules. Bing! Bing! Oh. The rules are simple. In battle, if it is either Luigi's turn, he can't use action commands. Both Luigis can't dodge either. Both Luigis can activate Bros attacks, but I will not press both Luigi's buttons. Luigi can also heal and heal Mario's. It is alright if both Luigis die, because this challenge is already getting spicy and I don't want it to get harder. The only time I can use action commands with Luigi is during the tutorials, because let's be real here, it will be impossible if we counted the tutorials. With all the rules out of the way, let's go! The first fight with young Bowser is just a regular fight, so no details on that fight. After that, as adult Mario, we get a Shroom, and we give it to Toadsworth, and the next fight is Junior Shrooboid. And yet again, this is a normal fight. Egad has found a time hole and Luigi has fallen into the time hole, so now Mario has to go through the past. Now this is where the challenge really starts. This is where we learn how to fight as Luigi. We have to dodge and jump with Luigi, but it's just a tutorial, so no worries. While I was at the overworld, I went for the Shrooblet so that Mario can level up faster to make this game a little easier. Once we reached Holly Jolly Village, we fight the Shroobs. Fortunately, this fight was scripted to be lost, so that's fine. We finally get to meet the Baby Bros once again. The Baby Bros go to Holly Jolly Village, and yet again we fight the Shroobs. Unfortunately, Toadsworth forces Baby Luigi to use the green shell, so that's upsetting. Eventually, we defeat the Shroobs and escort the adult Bros to the Koopa Cruiser. And we crash into young Bowser's castle, so yay. We soon find the Baby Bros, and Stuffwell gives us a tutorial on how to use both adult and Baby Bros, which is very dreadful, but after a bit, we got our first Cobalt Star Shard, and we found a new time hole, so here we go. We get back to Peach's castle in the present, and now we go to Toadwood Forest. It is a very simple level. Once we make it to the Vin Factory, however, the adults are kidnapped. So, now we have to encounter the Gen Z Elite Hammer Bros with a Z. Phase 1, the attacks are easy to dodge. You just have to time it correctly, and bada bing bada boom, you're in Phase 2. Phase 2 gets spicy. The If you're not used to the timing while Baby Mario's carrying Baby Luigi, then it's going to be a little hard, but overall, it was a fun boss. After the Hammer Bros given us the hammers and forced Baby Luigi to use it in battle, after all of that, we saved the Adult Bros. Unfortunately, yet again, the Hammer Bros give us another tutorial on how to use them with the Adult Brothers. So that was annoying. Once we made it to Swiggler, however, this boss alone explains what most of these bosses are going to be for the rest of the game. Because I basically can't use Brothers attacks in this game. I have to use jumps and hammers to beat Swiggler. You can hit Dr. Shroob holding a mushroom that looks blackish, and after when Swiggler drinks the juice, gets sick. And that is your chance to damage Swiggler. Yet again, I hope you get used to having to jump while carrying Baby Luigi, because this is a required skill for this challenge. At this point in the game, 250 HP feel like 5,000 at 20 HP normally. I seriously recommend that you stock up on some 1-up mushrooms. Doesn't matter if they're super or normal, so that you can revive Mario once you've fainted. We're doing this so that it's not just Baby Mario for the rest of the fight, and we're gonna need all of that XP for Mario as well. After for like half an hour, I finally defeated Swiggler and we got another piece of the Cobalt Star. Unfortunately, young Bowser has stolen the 2 Cobalt Star shards and headed for Yoshi's Island, so let's chase after him. After the Adult Bros have learnt the Bros spin jump, we head to Yoshi's Island, and this is an entertaining area in the game. First, we meet Kylie Koopa, who has the ability to apparently not age, and Yoop, who's on a rampage. Once you reach Kamek and young Bowser, both babies will increase their chances of getting diabetes by eating all those Yoshi cookies. Young Bowser gets mad and sends Kamek to destroy both Baby and Adult Brothers. Kamek's fight is a joke. He heals you while trying to damage you. Sure, this boss is long overall, but this is one of the easier bosses in the game, not counting the tutorial bosses. After that joke boss, Yoop gets 20 times larger and eats young Bowser and our entire brother gang, or whatever. Now that we're inside Yoop, we have to escape. The Shroob fights are easy, however the dry bones had me struggling. But after that, we met up with Dr. Toadley or something. Tobert. I totally did not say Dr. Toadley the first time around. And then we find ourselves fighting Sunnyside. And let's say that this fight is not exciting. Sorry, bad pun. Here, you have to break an egg to free a Yoshi, and after freeing 5 Yoshis, all five of them team up and push a boulder towards Sunnyside. Then, that is your chance to damage him. After a long time and some patience, and dodging all those eggs that Sunnyside is yeeting at you, you will defeat Sunnyside. We finally escape Yoop, and we get back to the Cobalt Star from young Bowser, who is now getting diabetes from the cookies. But we recover the Cobalt Star, so yay! After the Adult Brothers learn the Brothers role, we go upstairs to the Gritzy Desert. we learn that the Shroobs have taken over the Koopaseum, so we have to get in there differently. After melting the block and getting into the Koopaseum, we find out that Peach was fed to Petey Piranha and Kelly was kidnapped. So we have to make our way through the Koopaseum and make it to the Coliseum part. After that, we fight our boss for this place, Shroob Brat. This boss was obviously once again a very long boss fight. And I hope you're very good at timing and telegraphing attacks, because you're going to be doing that for like more than 40 minutes. Shroob Brat throws his lollipop, forms a democracy, and tries to destroy you. After 40 minutes, you finally defeat him. After that nonsense, we get thrown into the dungeon of Gritzy Desert, the Gritzy Caves. This is a long area, but after all that overworld stuff and fighting those tomb guys or whatever, let's get to the main boss fight of this place. Petey Piranha. This fight was like an hour long through my standards. Sometimes Petey will fly high, forcing me to jump, and Petey will go to the ground, forcing me to use hammers. And Petey has a crap ton of attacks up his sleeve, like trying to suck us into the ground as if it were quicksand, and shoot out a piranha plant sticking its tongue out. But after all of that, you can go through this fight. But after that, you'll finish off Petey Piranha, you'll save Kelly Koopa, and we get another Cobalt Star Shard. And then we find Peach, who is wearing a mushroom on her head. Let's head back. We return to Peach's castle. We learn how to use the adults' abilities and use them with the babies in a unique way. After we learn all about whatever we just learned, Bowser has returned to kidnap Peach, but Bowser accidentally falls into a time hole and we have to go after him. Next stop is Thwomp Volcano, and this is one of the game's longest areas. But it is the type that I do not care how long it takes, unless if it's boring. Once we make it to the mountains, I first grind out some enemies to help on our journey. Once we make it to the top of the volcano has erupted. And thankfully, young Egad's lair was nearby. And we mess with Egad's brain to remember the idea he has. And now the present Egad sends water to the time hole to the volcano, cooling it down. But it has a side effect. The Thwomps are very upset because they can't play in the volcano, and Mrs. Thwomp gets mad. And we have our next fight. Mrs. Thwomp is very long, but that was to be expected. She throws rocks at you, and some of them have fire flowers and ice flowers, but they are better when they are sold than using them. Eventually, Mrs. Thwomp will break up into 4 pieces, and only one of them is real. But after all of that nonsense, we defeat Mrs. Thwomp, and Mr. Thwomp will give us a ride into the volcano. Not much to say about Thwomp Caverns, other than Bowser meets young Bowser, and you know where this is going. Once we reach Bowser, he has teamed up with his younger self, and you know this fight gets good when a different song is being played. The first phase has Bowser and young Bowser work together as if they were using Bros items. And I will tell you that you're going to want to stock up on some red peppers to get that extra power. Now, red peppers are very useful for this challenge because they will boost your POW, and it really helps. After defeating Bowser, young Bowser takes over and starts phase 2. This phase will require you to dodge more often, but after half an hour, you will defeat After half an hour, you will defeat both Bowsers. After that epic fight, both Bowsers go on top of a Thwomp. Both Bowsers go on a Thwomp, and adult Bowser goes back to his time period, while young Bowser is on the Shroob Mothership. We find Peach, but she is abducted by the Shroobs, and we go in with Peach, only to find out that we were separated. Once we arrive at the Shroob Mothership, and we find out that Peach was Princess Shroob, Kelly saves us and uses the key that she found in the Gritzy Caves. But, unfortunately, both adults and Baby Bros fall to what was once Toad Town, and Kelly has fallen on top of Toadbert in Yoshi's Island. Now, Toadbert remembers everything. Nothing too interesting in Toad Town other than our first impossible enemy. And that award goes to Skelly. Really weird name, by the way. They're just way too fast and have spikes on their heads, so that makes them impossible to defeat. But thankfully, they're not required to beat this game. Once we go to the pipe to Star Hill, make sure that you are leveled up because you might want to prepare for the next boss. Shroob Commander is one of those bosses where you have to destroy one part to destroy the main part. Just destroy the middle Shroob and the right Shroob, and you will be alright. Once the Commander Shroob is on stream, I said on stream, I meant on screen, make sure you damage him at all costs. Shroob Coach attacks revolve around him, yeeting Shroobs at you. I'm serious. But after all of that, this fight is done. We make it to Star Shrine. Weird name, but alright. After talking to the star, who was a jerk to poor Luigi, and one star puzzle later, we can move on to what I call the Crystal Palace. But it's still Star Shrine, so meh. Then we reach Toadbert, who has taken a Lakitu taxi to here. And he has one of the last few Cobalt Star Shards. Oh, and Kelly came too. And Toadbert, he does not want to give us a piece of a nice Cobalt Star. After chasing them down, we had to do the only and worst minigame, using the touchscreen. Does this look fun to you? Yeah, I thought so. We find Elder Shrooboid, and they turn Kelly and Toadbert into Shrooms. What are they turned into? And we have our next fight. Elder Shrooboid was an interesting boss. I could not jump on them because Elder Shrooboid had spikes on their head. So I had to use hammers through the whole fight. If you aren't including those times when Elder Shrooboid throws a spike at you, and once you counterattack with a hammer, he drops down for some reason. Nevertheless, this fight was Wait, did Elder Shrooboid get big? Well, at least he throws the spike more often. But there's a UFO! Oh wait, I can use the spike so that I can reset the timer. Another 30 minutes or less, I beat Elder Shrooboid and I got the third to... I beat Elder Shrooboid and I got the third and second to last Cobalt Star Shard. Once we return to Peach's Castle, I really hope you've been collecting beans throughout the game, because I recommend that you go to Peach's Castle sewers and go to Fawful's Bean and Badge so that you can get the Dire Pow Badge and or the Rough Battle Badge. We head towards the time hole that leads to Shroob Castle, and let's say that you are going to want to fight almost every enemy that you can find, because the next boss is a pain. Shroob Castle is just Shroob Castle. Long, tedious, long, hard, long, long. It's just long. There is one boring minigame where you shoot lasers at Shroob ships, but after reaching to the second floor in the statue, make sure that you have saved your game and you go back in time to go to the shop and sell all of your bros items other than the mixed flower. Trust me, there is a reason. So, if you go to the Soul Bubble fight, which are found in floor 1 and 2, and there is a Shroob Rex. Make sure that you defeat both Shroob Rex, or a single Shroob Rex, if there is just one Shroob Rex. Then, once done, make sure that all your party members are alive so that you can use the mix flower. When you activate the mix flower, do not put any inputs. Once you do that, the soul bubbles will only take one hit and they will revive both Shroob Rexes with 0 HP apparently. Then use the mix flower without any inputs again, and you will defeat both Shroob Rex. And if you have the XP badge, then you will get more XP the more you defeat Shroob Rexes with the mix flower. And do that until you're either done or run out of mixed flowers. Once you're done with grinding, we can go up to the Princess Shroob statue. And we meet up with Peach, and she panics about the Cobalt Star for some reason. And the Shroob Mothership attacks, so we have to do another boring minigame. And after that minigame, make sure you save, because the next fight is ridiculous. I had to prepare mentally before going into this fight. So after talking to Peach, all the party members head towards the Shroob Mothership. And now Princess Shroob, she is mad. Aside from, yet again, Princess Shroob is the type where you have to hit one spot to damage the main boss. In this case, Princess Shroob is using her hover chair shield thing and has some large robotic chair leg thingies. And you better hope it does not go to Luigi, because if that happens, he is doomed. The main reason why I'd rather have both or one Luigi alive is because I have an extra turn to eat peppers. He helps bring down the shields by one hit. After hitting down the shield enough times, the shield will go down, and Princess Shroob will deal with the entire brother gang herself. The gear I use is Rough Battle Badge for Adult Mario, Supreme Trousers also for Adult Mario, 100 Point Pants for Baby Mario, and Dire Pow Badge also for Baby Mario. As for both Luigis, it doesn't really matter that much. Back to the point. If you eat red peppers, then you take down 1/5 of Princess Shroob's health which sounds good at first until you realize that she only is in this phase for like 2 Mario turns or less, not counting the counterattack during the robotic legs. But that is so rare to encounter without planning. There is also that one attack where Princess Shroob shoots out orbs. If you counterattack with the hammer, then it can take down 1/30th of Princess Shroob's health. That is if you level up enough and or had a red pepper. I really hope that you can last for 30 minutes or more, because this fight is long, but not as long as the next fight, but we'll get to that in a moment. Eventually, we finally defeat Princess Shroob. That was ridiculously more difficult than anything else, but that was to be expected anyways. Well, that was an irritating fight, but the Cobalt Star has just appeared, and Princess Peach has the last piece, but she tells the brothers that she cannot put the last piece in. Immediately after she just said that, young Bowser jumps in and puts the last Cobalt Star shard and completes the Cobalt Star. And then Peach tells both adult and baby brothers that there was another Princess Shroob in the Cobalt Star. Oh no. Because Peach has trapped her. Now we must fight the Elder Princess Shroob. Elder Princess Shroob's first phase is pathetic. Peach helps us by giving us stars to shoot at the UFOs, and sometimes Peach gives the star to Luigi. Sure, there's no way around it, but I will miss on purpose for the sake of this challenge. Peach can also give a mushroom to the weakest bro, so that is nice. Elder Princess Shroob's attacks are really easy to dodge as well. Sometimes she will get a UFO to get an asteroid and it goes to Mario, then you can literally spam hammers. You can do so much tremendous damage to Elder Princess Shroob. Now believe me when I say that the rest of the fight isn't a joke. I actually meant it. After damaging Elder Princess Shroob enough, she will transition into her final phase. Peach faints, and now Elder Princess Shroob is an alien monster. And she is not making a joke out of herself. Now her legs will do that one platformer rotation thing and will destroy Luigi. The only way I was able to defeat her was to destroy her legs. Then after that, I had to go disable her crown to disable her defense. And after that is my time to damage Elder Princess Shroob. And I only got a few turns to do it. Rinse and repeat. And I really hope that you get used to these attacks. One of the few best attacks are the UFO fire thing. Because you don't have to worry about the fire ones. You just have to worry about the thunder and you can counterattack it. And if Elder Princess Shroob's crown is deactivated, it can do some massive damage. The best attack, however, is really good. You just have to have good timing, but it gives a great reward. The purple orb attack gives Princess Shroob Elder Edition a decent amount of damage, even if the crown is still activated. Just dodge the attacks, make sure you counterattack, and time your jumps very well. And after what feels like half an hour or more, you will finally defeat Elder Princess Shroob. Not gonna lie, after doing that, I felt very powerful. Not gonna lie. Now that we have defeated Elder Princess Shroob, we find out that baby tears cure purple mushrooms. Wow, that is actually very forced in. And we get Elder Princess Shroob's corpse. And Egad floods the past with baby tears. And we all return to the present to be greeted back by the Toads, and we find Bowser, who is fainted, and oh, the mushroom goes into Bowser. This fight is the most anticlimactic final boss in the Mario and Luigi series. But this is a challenge video, not a ranting video. Shroob is just basically Bowser, but he sniffed the special sugar and ate 8 pounds of sugar and licked a frog, ate too many blue peppers, and had 8 gallons of energy drinks. Bowser should be dead, but who cares? Because the only way to attack Shroob is by counterattacking. This fight is pathetic though, so I will not be going over this. After defeating Shroob, the adult brothers and baby brothers have one final goodbye, and the baby brothers with Baby Peach and young Toadsworth return to their time period. The end! Isn't it a little sad that I have spent 24.5 hours only to find out that I'm going to be only showing 30 minutes of the footage? Yeah, I know. But let's answer today's question. Can you beat Mario and Luigi, partners in time, while baby Luigi are doing nothing? Yes! And the Luigi star thing does not count. Just wanted to tell you that I don't recommend that you do this challenge because you have to be crazy patient and you have to last for a while. But anyways, have a wonderful day. And if you want to see more challenge videos, like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and it's just nice. Have a wonderful day.